Welcome back, Pump Jacks fans. I'm Kaylee Mizell with your weekly Pump Jack profile. This week, we're joined by Nick Rossetta from Long Beach State University. Thank you so much for joining us, Nick.
Thanks for having me, Kaylee.
Nick, last week against Victoria, you pitched 8 shutout innings, mowing down 8 batters. What was working for you on the mound?
My fastball just felt pretty good out of my hand, and then throughout the game, my slider and changeup went in and out, and I just went with whatever was working, so got through it.
And that was your longest outing for the summer. How are you feeling afterwards?
I was pretty sore for the next 3 days. My lower back and shoulder were tight, and just a lot of ice and ibuprofen.
Nick, in the bottom of the 8th of that game against Victoria, you had bases loaded with 1 out and got out of it, finishing the inning by striking out both batters. What did pitching coach Nick Mishler say to you, and what were you feeling after the inning?
He just came out there and said, compete real hard right here, give it all you got. And, after getting the next 2 out, I felt like I just did my job, and I felt pretty proud. And going back to the dugout, getting all high fives and stuff makes you feel good.
And, Nick, that was the first time you pitched with OSU catcher Nate Esposito. What was throwing to him like, and were you nervous at all to throw to a new catcher?
I wasn't nervous at all. He caught me in the pen before the game, and he's a really good catcher, so just having him back there probably just gave me just as much confidence as anyone else, and I really like throwing to him, actually.
And, Nick, you were recently named an All-Star amongst 7 other Pump Jacks. How did that feel, and what kind of honor is that to know that you're the best in the TCL?
It's a great honor to be just mentioned with some of those guys. The Marlowe brothers and everyone else on the team, just great baseball players, and I'm happy to play with them. It's a great honor.
And, Nick, your family is coming into town next week. Are you excited to pitch in front of them, and are you going to do anything special while they're here?
I don't think we're doing anything special, just baseball, but I am excited to throw in front of them. I have not seen my family in a month and a half, so it's a long time to be away, and it'll be nice to have them in the stands.
And how are you liking Texas so far?
Texas is good. I like it a lot. I miss my friends back home, but this town and stuff's real fun. The host families are great, so good time.
What do you do on your off days?
A lot of sleeping, swimming, tan a little bit if I can. Try to lift. That's about it. Just hanging out.
And do you have a most embarrassing baseball moment?
I have one that's pretty bad. We were in the World Series for when I was like 13, and bases loaded, 1 out. There's a ground ball to me, going to be easy double play, and went through my legs, and it just cost us the game. So that's pretty embarrassing. Have to go home and tell people why we lost because the ball went through your legs.
And do you have a favorite baseball memory?
Just the memories of growing up playing travel ball with all my friends. When I was growing up, we had a travel ball team, and we all lived within like 3 miles of each other, so we were all real good friends and close. And just thinking back on those days is probably the best memories, most fun.
Do you have a favorite baseball movie?
Moneyball, probably my favorite movie, baseball-wise.
And do you have any superstitions as a baseball player?
I have a few. I always have the same ball in my glove, like in between outings, to keep it formed. And then I always put it in the same spot in my locker before every game. And then I always jump over the white lines. I never touch white lines before I go out and pitch. Those are pretty much the main 2, probably.
Do you have any nicknames?
Nah, people never call me Nick. They always call me like Rosie or Rosetta or just anything they can think of. I really don't mind any of them, so anything works.
What's your walkout song for the summer?
Kick It in the Sticks by Brantley Gilbert.
And why is that?
It talks about a city boy coming to a country town, and it's kind of upbeat, so I just went with it.
Do you feel like you're that kid?
A little bit. Coming out here and learning how to live in the country life when I'm from the big city, San Jose, it's kind of different, kind of fit.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Nick, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The Pump Jacks are back at home for LED Fan Message Giveaway Night, presented by Converges, and then Sunday is Sunday Fun Day, where you can get $2.50 margaritas and $2.50 chips and salsa. This has been Kaylee Mizell with Pump Jacks TV.